A day of intense political drama in Ranchi. Enforcement Directorate has arrested ex-Chief Minister Hemant Soren. Now, Soren earlier in the day resigned as the CM shortly after being taken into ED custody. Now, the JMM has proposed Champai Soren as the next Chief Minister. Who's Champai Soren? He is not related to Hemant and family, but has been a close aide. JMM claims to have the support of the majority. 45 to 47 MLAs have proposed to form a new government. But the governor has not given them time. He has told JMM that he needs time to read the letter. Hemant Soren, in fact, was arrested. There on your screen are the pictures of the ex-CM earlier in the day waving at his supporters. Let's listen into the CM-elect Champai Soren and a few other leaders of JMM and also the coalition as to what they had to say about this arrest and the present situation in Jharkhand.
गठबंधन की ओर से सरकार बनाने का दावा पेश किया गया।
आज जो है हेमंत जी ने अपने पद से इस्तीफा दिए हैं और हम लोगों ने जो है महामहिम राज्यपाल महोदय को अपना दावा पेश किए हैं। हम लोगों ने 43 MLA का समर्थन के साथ आज हम लोग गए थे। उसमें हमारा झारखंड कांग्रेस पार्टी से लेकर झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा आज भी सारे लोग हम लोग मिलकर गए थे।
जी देखिए, ये तो पूरे देश में ही है, इस तरह की स्थिति पैदा कर दी गई है भाजपा द्वारा। और जहां भी जनता द्वारा चुनी हुई सरकारें हैं जो भाजपा के नहीं है, वहां इस तरह से सत्ता पलट देखने को मिल रहा है। लेकिन यहां पर हमारे पास संख्या बल है पूरी तरह से। सारे विधायक जो गठबंधन के हैं सभी साथ में हैं, सारे मंत्री साथ में हैं।
आज 75वां देश की आजादी का जो मना रहे हैं अमृत महोत्सव, उसका सबसे बुरा दिन आज है जब फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर कंप्लीट मोदी राज में खत्म हो। चीफ मिनिस्टर को कोई कोहेसिव करे, कोई बुली करे और इस्तीफा करने के लिए मजबूर कराए, तो ये कौन सा कानून है?
आगे क्या होगा? हमने अपना नेता चुन लिया।
हाँ।
हम बहुमत के साथ हैं।
और हेमंत सोरेन जी
के साथ जो साजिश रच रही थी केंद्र की सरकार, और उस साजिश में अभी कुछ क्षणों के लिए कामयाब हुई है।
इस्तीफा स्वीकार कर लिया गया हेमंत जी का।
अब हेमंत जी अंदर गए हैं, आएंगे तो आप उनसे पूछ लें। अगर आपको पूछने का मौका मिलता है तो आप उनसे पूछ लें। ये तो गवर्नर साहब बताएंगे।
गिरफ्तारी की तलवार
हम लोगों ने जो साजिश थी कि इस केंद्र में इस राज्य में भाजपा की जो साजिश थी कि पिछले दरवाजे से हमें शासन चलाना है, हमें यहाँ प्रेसिडेंट रूल लागू करना है, इस साजिश को हम लोगों ने नाकाम कर दिया है।
Saurav has been following this political crisis in Jharkhand over the last few days. Saurav, Hemant Soren has been arrested. What happens now? What's going to be the next move?
Well, it's a cold evening in Ranchi, but the political heat is definitely rising given the fact that the sitting Chief Minister, who resigned just a couple of hours ago or less than an hour ago, has now been arrested. Hemant Soren was arrested this evening after he resigned as Chief Minister. A sitting Chief Minister who was questioned by the Enforcement Directorate at his official residence here in Ranchi. And you can see, of course, security arrangements that are very tight even now outside the official residence of the Chief Minister of Jharkhand. Now, Hemant Soren refused to sign on the arrest memo earlier when the ED told him that he would be arrested. He said he would meet the governor and then sign it. So the ED took him to the governor, took him into their custody and then went to the governor. Hemant Soren, of course, resigned. His resignation was accepted. And then the other leader who was chosen, Champai Soren, who was chosen as leader of the Mahagathbandhan, also staked claim to form government, saying he has a majority. Now, this, of course, is the latest update as far as Hemant Soren is concerned, but there is a great amount of political uncertainty in Jharkhand.
Right. Saurav, what we are also getting to know about 45 to 47 MLAs have staked claim to form a government but the governor has not given them time, saying that he needs time to read the letter. It's a full-blown political crisis in Jharkhand. What are you expecting tomorrow?
Well, the governor is constitutionally bound to accept the claim of a group that has a majority in the Legislative Assembly to form government. However, it is his prerogative to verify and understand whether the group that is taking claim has the majority or not, and he has to do so in a reasonable period of time. The state of Jharkhand is without a chief minister, without a government, and therefore the ruling Gathbandhan, the Mahagathbandhan, which is an alliance of the JMM, Congress and other smaller parties, including the RJD, say that they have signed letters and they've given it to the governor, and the governor has to act on it. Constitutionally, he's bound to accept the claim of the group that has the majority in the House. Now, that is, of course, where the law is. But, in the past few months, there have been several questions over the role of governors as well. Opposition has raised questions on the roles of governors. But here, of course, if the majority is there, the governor will have to accept the claim. There is no other way. The Constitution mandates that the group that has a majority in the House has to form the government. So that's one part, the law part. But here, what we hear from Banna Gupta, who was the former education minister, I beg your pardon, a former minister in the Hemant Soren government, said that they had already given their letters. Champai Soren has been chosen as leader. So it remains to be seen what happens. Hemant Soren himself, though, has been arrested. He will be kept at a designated jail, which will be a special jail in all likelihood, given his status as a chief minister till about a few hours ago. And he will then, of course, be produced in a special PMLA court.
Right.
And the ED is likely to seek custody to question him. And this is what will happen in the next few days. But the political part is where what the governor does is now critical, because the governor does have letters of support, but he has to decide for himself which is the majority group with those letters of support that the Mahagathbandhan has submitted,
so
and then call them to form government
all eyes will
if they
be
have the
on-
majority.